Welcome back to Live Amazing. Today we're going to follow up with some lunch ideas. We've done one video showing you the concept of how we make dinner and doing it in a way that sets us up for breakfast and lunch. I want to follow up showing you how having everything in the refrigerator can be exceptionally efficient in creating wonderful lunches that are very tasty and staying in with those balanced parameters that we need. Now, your proportions, I don't care how big you are, small you are going to be a 1-to-1, 1 to 1.5 ratio of protein to carbohydrates. 1-to-1 is usually great for everybody because everybody in America is overweight, so we need to burn some fat for energy. So let's keep it at the 1-to-1. What's going to dictate making sure you get enough food is getting enough protein. So if you're 1-to-1 and you're low on your protein, you're going to be low on your carbs, you're low on everything. Your body's going to make up for that by eating you and storing fat because you're starving. We want to avoid that. So make sure your formula is correct. So I'm pretty much talking to everybody. The formula I'm going to use here is kind of what I do, and that's 30 grams of protein, 30 carbohydrates. Right now I'm trying to use a little extra body fat, so I've cut my carbs back a little bit, and I'll show you how to do that. First of all, we're going to go with, we've got this stuff laid out here, and there's going to be a couple of options, which is really nice. A lot of us go away to work. If you're home, you can do whatever you want. It's awesome. You can make it hot, cold. You can do everything right to order. A lot of us need to take it with us, whether we're going to the gym, going to the office, going to the work, whatever you're going. You take you're going to school, your kids. You can create these things to easily transport and never lose sight of that nutritional balance that we're after. So one of the first things I'm going to show you is a way to do what I call an Asian salad. It's going to be cold. But we still, once again, and this falls into alignment with having the leftovers, intentional leftovers from our stir fry. So we can take, and now this is going to depend on the individual on how much volume you want for lunch. Me personally, I want the loveliness of the season and the flavor of the vegetables, but I don't want a lot of volume in my lunch meals because then my stomach is really full. I need the fortification of the right nutritional balance, but I don't need to overdo it. So I'm just going to put a half a cup of the vegetables in my lunch container. Then I'm going to go with my 30 carbohydrates with a half a cup of rice noodles, like that. Then we have chicken. Now you can use beef, chicken, whatever, but the important thing is the quantity, because we've already established the quality is going to be there. So we're going to have a half a cup of the chicken, and I'm going to make mine heaping because I want to make sure I get about 35 grams of protein, like that. Now this is an Asian non-fat ginger soy, basically salad dressing stir fry. I just add a couple of drops to that for fun. And then when you mix this up, the nice thing for me, again in a lunch meal, and I will have, I eat 4 to 5 meals a day, so this is not a lunch meal with the idea that this has got to last me 6 hours till dinner. This is going to last me 2 to 3 hours, and I'm going to have another little something. But you can see how lovely that looks, and by having the vegetables already semi-cooked from the night before, you have this beautiful Asian salad with the right amount of protein, right amount of carbs, easy to eat, right out of the bowl, ready to go. And what was that? 2 minutes? Boom, we're done. Out the door we go. So put the lid on that, and that's it. Another option we have, and this is kind of fun because people like to make sandwiches or something like that. I use wraps because there's a couple ways you can go. Now these are smaller wraps, so they only have about 15 carbs per tortilla. And now this is how you can get creative with your proportions. Can't put this back in the bag, you better quit. Anyway, do that later. 15 grams. So if you want to have 30 grams with this meal, you would put less chicken in each one. For example, if I was to put my 30 to 35 grams of protein, I could do that, squeeze it into this one, but then I'm only going to get my 15 grams of carbohydrates for that meal. So if what you want to do is get 30 and 35, you can take part of this and put it over here. So you're dealing with a smaller little snack, and at the same time, you're getting the right amount of chicken and then your right amount of carbohydrates. Another way to do this is you can buy bigger tortillas, and they're about 35 carbs per tortilla, and then you put your 35 carbs of protein in there, 35 grams of protein, sorry, and you're good to go. Now, one of the things I like, a couple of things, and again, the sauces is going to be completely up to you. I'm just showing you what I do. I like a little bit of pesto in mine, and I also like mustard. So you can get mustard all over yourself, like that. Then, another way to accent this is to take apple slices, very thin, and I found this is incredible. Just put a couple apple slices in there like that. And then you take your saran wrap. If you're lucky enough to get it out without it sticking together. Fold your tortilla like that. So these little guys are going to be about 15 and 15 as far as the protein to carbs. You have two of them, so you can eat them all at the same time. You can separate them by an hour or so throughout the day, and that's a really good way to go because your body can use it. And there you go. So you have two ways to go with this. Now, you could make a chicken sandwich, and I'll tell you the problem with making sandwiches, sub sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, whole wheat bread, and a couple of nice big slices of whole wheat bread, and then turkey. Too many carbs. You're going to eat 60 to 70 carbs just in bread. Okay, big hoagie roll. Wow, that's a lot of carbs for what you're trying to do here. And you're trying to eat 3 to 5 meals a day, so you don't want to eat this idea of I have to have a meal that's got to carry me through. That's old, archaic thinking. Farmers used to get up and eat this big old breakfast because that had to hold them till dinner. Well, it didn't. And they all weighed 300 pounds and they died young. So let's not repeat history. You got to eat consistently, balanced, 3 to 5 meals a day. That said, eating 2 of these little guys is not a big deal because you're going to eat again in 2 or 3 hours. You eat this Asian salad, no problem. You'll come home and have a couple little burritos, or you'll have something else. It's fine. You're keeping that feeling going. Your metabolism's up. You're running. You're feeling great. You're not craving anything. You're not hungry. You're just feeling awesome and continuing to fuel. And your motivation to do that is that you're feeling so good. That's what keeps me going. It isn't like, oh God, I got to go home and eat this crappy food so I'm healthy. I don't think about it at all. It's like, I need another injection so I can stay on this high that I've been riding for years and improving because of it, not declining because of my new habit, but in fact, continuing to excel, live amazing, and get better. So those are a couple of lunch ideas that you can expand on. Everything that I show you on this show, I'm hoping that you'll take the concept to heart, understand the importance of the balance parameters of the quantities and quality of the sources that we're using, and then work within your own creativity to do that. You can put sliced tomatoes instead of sliced onions. You can put shaved onion and shaved cabbage instead of tomatoes and apples. You can use raw vegetables for your Asian salad, which is really great too. It's crunchy and it's cold and it's good and it's a completely different meal. It's amazing how many ways you can use the same things and they aren't at all alike. You know, we just did a video on showing you how to make a breakfast or dinner nest with eggs and noodles and vegetables. Noodles and vegetables, noodles and vegetables, protein, 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 noodles and vegetables. It's the same thing. No, it's not. It's not anywhere near the same thing. And yet it's the same high quality fuel. That needs to stay the same, and that's the point of this whole thing, the point of the show, and the point of giving you this information. So, without rattling on any further, hopefully this is helpful. Jump into the next video. I'm going to start to show you some of the ways to change up our balanced criteria in creative ways. So you can start to break into some of your ethnic favorites like Mexican food or Chinese food or Indian food. I'm going to show you how to make soup. The soup thing is going to be fun for you because it's super fast and surprising how good it is. The kids are going to love it. You're going to love it. It's just great. So anyways, so in the meantime, jump back on the website, liveamazingnow.com. Check out the other videos. If you haven't read the books, make sure you do. Apply what's in there just the way it's written, and I'm telling you, it'll all come together for you, and you'll be living amazing and asking yourself, why didn't I do this 20 years ago? And just give it to your kids. Don't give them a choice. Just say, this is how we become superheroes. Boom. And it'll be done. They eat like this for a week, and they'll start going, wow, Mom, can we have some more of those burritos? Those are great, because they feel good. Why do kids like candy and sugar? Because of the way it makes them feel. The same reason they smoke pot and do cocaine. Not because it's good for them, it's because it's a way they make them feel. So we need to replace those bad habits with something that makes them feel even better. This will do it for you and your children. So in the meantime, I hope you're well, and let's all continue to live amazing. Thank you.